So it is more or less the beginning of September 2025. I'm over here in Costa della Calma. Join me in this video as we walk in the direction of Santa Ponza. We're going to have a chat about this time of year and well, what it's going to be like over here in September. And well, we're going to see for ourselves, because with the majority of schools now back around Europe, how are these big family hotels going to hold out for the rest of the season until the 31st of October? And also, how busy is it going to be over here? Well, let's turn the camera around and let's find out. So you can see where I am. I'm on the walkway here on the way to the Chiringuito in Costa della Calma. Got a few people swimming today, but look at the water. Just check out the water from here. I mean, it's so lovely and clear, but I'm already seeing empty sunbeds. Let's take a walk around the corner. It's a late morning, we're heading towards midday. Let's go and see how busy it is. We're just coming up to this beautiful area here. Look, got the sunbeds and the beach umbrellas. But there's not a huge take up over here. We do have a little bit of cloud coming in, and well, you can probably hear the wind behind me, and you can see it on the water too. But during the summer months, during July and August, well, this whole area was absolutely packed. Let's just take a little walk around. Now, not all of the schools here in Mallorca have gone back. This is now one of the most exclusive spots here on the Calvia coast. Should we have a little look down? Let's go and have a quick look down the steps. I'm pretty sure the same people running this run the little Chiringuitos on Palma Nova Beach and on Magaluf Beach. Looks like they're just opening up here for the morning. So in this lovely area here, it's €45 for 2 sunbeds and the beach umbrella. You can see they've got the little mattresses on them as well. And if you've been watching the content over the course of this year, you'll know that this whole area here has been concreted as well. It's a little bit kinder on the feet. I actually don't think it's that bad, considering the premium area on my local beach over in Calma is €70 for 2 of these sunbeds and the beach umbrella. And they're not even wooden, they're plastic as well. So this isn't too bad, I would say, considering the offering. And of course as well, look, we've got the Chiringuito just up the top here where you can order some food and drinks from. I don't think they're going to be particularly inexpensive, but then there's nothing stopping you, as we can see right at the end of the point here, just by coming down, and also by these people just to my left hand side here, just coming down with a sunbed, your own sunbed, deck chair and beach umbrella too. Anyway, let's head on up the steps. I can see here that there is no disabled access. There's no ramp here either, which is a little bit disappointing. I did highlight this at the beginning of the season, and I would have liked to have thought that they would find some way of putting a ramp down here, but they haven't. So just bear that in mind if you're hoping to come over. If you are in a wheelchair, got a few steps to get down, but go back and check my previous videos as well to see what a lovely sunset point this is. It's absolutely glorious. As is this whole area too. I mean, if you are coming down here with your own sunbeds and beach umbrellas, make sure you bring some water shoes as well for getting down into the water. Bring a snorkel too, because the water over here is really clean and clear. But anyway, come on, let's head on back in the direction of Santa Ponza. Let's go and see what it's like today. But they have literally, and just looking around here, completely blanketed this entire area here with these premium sunbeds. The cheaper offering on the main beaches is about €20 for 2 beach beds and the sun umbrella. And you don't have that option over here. They have made this area, this little Chiringuito area in Costa della Calma, completely exclusive. But as I said in the previous video, because you can't privatise beaches over here in Mallorca, there are still very, very limited areas that you can come down to and enjoy the swimming point. But during the summer months, during July and August, it did get very busy. You may have better luck at this time of year securing your spots, as you can just see in front of me. But anyway, come on, let's keep heading on back in the direction of Santa Ponza. So just looking over the water here, look, you can see how clean and clear and turquoise it is. We do have a few swimmers and snorkelers out. Be careful on those lilos, particularly when it's windy as well. They can whisk you out to sea, but I mean, it is just absolutely beautiful down here. So just panning the camera around here, look, just check out the snorkeling opportunities that you have. It's very shallow and you've got plenty of rocks as well, so that means a little bit of sea life too. Plus plenty of terraces. We can put up a sunbed or a beach umbrella, bring your own. Just bring your towel down. And let's go and check out the little beach, which is right next to here. So you can see it is rather seaweedy. They have cleared some of it away for the summer. If the seaweed bothers you, just wear water shoes, but look at this. Check out this water. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. And we are standing right next door to the Fergus Calablanca Hotel here. I still see a few kids around. It's the age-old issue. Do you keep the kids off the first week of school so you guys can afford a holiday? Or should the holiday companies try and make the prices a little bit more affordable during peak season? Well, let me know what you think in comments. But it looks like this hotel is pretty busy. Do you know what, as I'm heading up the steps of doom here from Costa de la Calma up to the top of Santa Ponza, the majority of holidaymakers I've heard around Costa de la Calma, and indeed in this Fergus hotel here, the Calablanca Suites, they've all been French. What's going on? What's going on? I think they're opening up many of these family hotels now that have been so traditionally popular with the Brits to other markets, to other source markets in Europe. But there are plenty of French holiday makers down here. So already we're seeing big changes over here in Mallorca. And I did make a video in the summer from over in Magaluf about how it feels like Brits are being replaced over there with Italians. Is it going to be the same in the main resorts? Let me know in comments. Let me know what your experience has been this summer in the major hotels. Anyway, I'm getting out of breath, so let's head on up and let's head on a little bit further along the coast. Do you know what? I shouldn't be walking up steps and trying to talk at the same time, particularly when it's 29 degrees Celsius. Admittedly, it's not as hot as it has been during the summer months, during July and August, but it's still 29 degrees. But anyway, I've taken the right here. We're walking down along the side of some major hotels, so keep watching because we're going to dip down in a moment onto the waterfront over here in Santa Ponza. Okay, so we are just coming up to the Sentido Fido Punto de la Mar Hotel. And I can imagine actually, because we're right up on the cliff here, you are going to get some amazing views from this property. Should we have a quick wander into reception? I wonder if I can sneak in. Let's go and have a look. Now this is a 4-star property. And it looks like it's actually been recently renovated, but let's have a look at the views. And goodness me, look at this, look at the views from here. You can look out right down towards Peguera, right along the coast. It's absolutely stunning. Look, you can see we've got a couple of kayakers in the water. I think you can get some amazing views from this hotel if you're staying here. I don't think you're going to be disappointed if you book a room here, just with a location to the sea and also to the resorts as well. So I also think as well that this hotel is very popular with cyclists. Look, you can actually rent bikes here as well. Got huge signs, but my goodness me, what a lovely spot. Anyway, let's keep heading on along the coast. And you can probably hear as well on the mic that the wind has picked up a little bit. We do have slightly stormy seas over here for September. And look as well with the Sentido Hotel right to my right hand side. I'm just panning the camera around. Gosh, it's absolutely glorious. And this is a staircase as well to another little beached area too. I'm not going to go down here today. I might come down and explore these areas in winter, but I can't see anybody down there either. Got those little hidden spots and coves in this far end of Santa Ponza. Okay, so just coming along a little bit further, we're just coming up to the Iberostar Jardín del Sol suites. Should we have a quick look? And this is another hotel with amazing views here, look, from the reception area. I can imagine what the rooms are like too, but my goodness, it's absolutely stunning here, looking over the Bay of Santa Ponza. You can just see the beach to the left-hand side. Anyway, let's head on down to the waterfront. Now, I couldn't resist but just popping into a couple of these hotels. Look, you can see the hotel rooms here at this property. It looks like they're all waterfront too. Amazing, amazing. Anyway, let's keep going. And just looking to my right hand side, I can see some of these rooms as well have their own private jacuzzi. Look, you can just see there, look, someone's lying out right next to it. How amazing. Anyway, let's keep going. And as we come a little bit further around here, look, you can see we're just coming down the side of the square here in Santa Ponza. We're just going to hit another quick hotel here before we head down to the waterfront. And this is the Jardín del Mar. And unfortunately, I don't have time to walk in there today. But let's head on down, as I said, to the waterfront here in Santa Ponza. Now, as we approach midday, things are starting to open up. Restaurants are starting to open up. But are we still going to see volume crowds over here in these big resorts now that families are returning home and kids are going back to school? Well, it looks reasonably busy over here in this little restaurant. Here's this Gino Ginelli's here in Santa Ponza. A few people out having breakfast. Looks still pretty reasonably busy, and with holiday makers too. We're going to take a right here and head on down this path. And do you know what? I'm just coming down the side of the Jardín del Mar here, the TRH. Sounds like they've got some entertainment around the pool. It's very, very loud. Very, very loud. Sounds like, yeah, it sounds very, very loud. Must be a very popular kids' hotel. But anyway, look at the views we have here over this little beach, just as we come round into Santa Ponza. Another glorious little hidden cove here. Coming around the corner of the Caesars building here. Look how much this has improved actually. All we need is a little restaurant on the corner here to spruce up this area. Maybe next summer it'll get taken over. But anyway, let's check out Santa Ponza here. Let's take a walk down in the direction of the beach. Let's go and see how busy it is. People walking past me. The French are now taking over Santa Ponza too, it seems. Anyway, look, just looking out on the water, I hope you can hear this audio, but the wind really has picked up now. Just coming around the point, you can see how choppy the waves are. I mean, it has cooled things down. I'm very, very grateful for it, but also we do have a little bit of cloud building up too. We're not going to be getting rain today. We're not getting rain, but we are getting these slightly stormier September conditions. So as we continue past the Verdemar apartments here, you can see this is absolutely packed. Kind of almost wandering into the property here. It's very, very busy down here. Even though schools have gone back, look, where the demographic of the island is changing slightly. There are a few kids around, but it is looking very busy down here. Just continuing past the ugly old Perseverantia swimming pool. Let's hope something gets done with that next year. And the last Hasn't quite opened for lunch. Like I said, I'm filming this at midday before you say it's completely empty and there's nobody here, and I get that comment on almost every single video now, but look, I can hear the kitchens are gearing up, so they're probably going to be opening pretty soon for lunch. And we are coming down to the waterfront over here in Santa Ponza. The albeit slippery waterfront always put out the warning down here actually. If you're coming down to this Calma beach bar here, which is looking rather busy today, just be careful on your feet, particularly if it's been raining. Let's take a look at the beach. Got quite a few people still in the water. It's like a head up the side here. Look, you can see how busy it is. Loads of families down here still. And most people, it looks like they are holiday makers. Look, plenty of people on the sunbeds, plenty of people on the sands. Okay everyone, that's just a very quick look at the far side of Santa Ponza. As you know, this is a huge resort. It's an absolutely huge resort, and if you are coming over here for the final 2 months of the season, I'm going to drop a couple of videos appearing both here and here on YouTube to help you out with your holiday. Okay everyone, it's going to be interesting to see how Mallorca fares during the month of September, if it's going to be busy, but subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'll keep you up to date with everything that's going on here. In the meantime, don't forget you can find me in the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.